Then there's the really hardcore fans that like these fan transfers. I guess there's a bunch of fans that are transferring the Star Wars movies onto, not onto disc, but they're just, I think they have like the original versions of the movies and they're transferring it into 4K or something like that. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't, but you know what? It reminds me of what I was talking about on the other show, where people were taking old footage and making it like 4K 60
Yeah.
and putting it on color on YouTube. Seems like the same kind of thing. The technology is out there for the consumer to do it now,
Hmm.
and it's not doesn't surprise me that people are doing that sort of thing.
I don't know how these people got original copies on film, but they do.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I guess they're
Well, they know a guy who knows a guy who knows a
yeah,
guy that works in the industry, and then that's how they get it.
and I guess it's been out for a while.
Yeah,
You can download them.
like the film.
Yeah, like the original versions, like back in like 76 or 77 or something. Like I guess Han shot first rather than Greedo. Like you can get that version, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that's what's floating around out there. I guess the hardcore guys,
Hmm.
obviously, they would prefer that one. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't mind the new ones. I don't mind the Disney Plus version. I think they look fantastic, and the Dolby Atmos. I know it's not the two-channel Dolby Surround, Dolby Stereo version, but the Atmos versions sound, I think, better than the new trilogy.
Yeah. Like, since we're talking about Star Wars, we're talking about Atmos sound, and we're talking about anything that is better than the original, subjectively speaking. I gotta agree with George Lucas on this one. I was only curious as to which versions they would they possibly release on 4K, but as what my opinion is on this, my opinion is that of Lucas's opinion, and that is if you can make the film better after its release
Yeah,
with technology, let's. That's his thing.
yeah.
I like that idea.
I don't
Chris
mind that
Nolan has
idea
the
either.
opposite idea. Chris Nolan is like, once the
Yeah,
movie's done, it's done. You know what? That brings us back to an age old argument that we've always had when it comes to the home theater space, and that is, well, wouldn't you want to watch it the way the director intended it? Well, if my projector has a feature like reality creation that's going to make the image look sharper and it's going to bring it to life more, then let me turn it on. Because that's almost basically the same thing as the director going, my film is old, new technology exists now that I'm 20 years older. Let me bring my film up to date.
yeah,
I get it. It's bringing his film up to date from the source, but in my case, it's bringing it up to date in the home. So it's me doing improvements. To me, it's kind of because like I'm watching a different movie. I'm watching the same movie. As long as the effect isn't too profound or not profound, too pronounced, and it looks bad, like you know, terribly bad, I'm gonna turn it on. If it looks good, I'm gonna turn it on. I put out a video talking about what my baseline projector settings should are and what everybody else should have as a template. Basically, the fundamentals of projector settings and why I do what I do. And my reality creation isn't cranked up all the way to the max. It's only at about two. So with that said, but it looks phenomenal though. But yeah, if you could make the film better to release, then do it. So in that case, Disney stuff, if it looks like the Star Wars stuff, if it looks better now than it did, okay, so be it. This is me right now. This is kind of an attack on some of those hardcore fans, but I
yeah.
guess you know they've got their opinion. I'm more of a fan of technology, so that's probably why I've got this particular opinion. But I respect you guys because you're trying to keep tradition. No problem.
I think it's called Harmy's Despecialized Edition. I think the guy's name is Harmy. I don't know. It's despe
The new guy, like the in-house
the fan guy.
nowadays, like
Yeah.
the yeah. Oh, okay.
Like I don't mind. Like if I was shooting a movie, like if me and you were shooting a movie, Like we couldn't
Yep.
afford to do special effects right now, but we would like to do it.
Yeah.
10 years down the road after we became millionaires, we could afford to go back and put the
Yeah.
special effect in it. Just as long as it was our idea to do it, like we wanted to do from the get go, I would be all right with it. Rather than watching the original version, like the poor version of us.
Well, what if the yeah, but what I'm talking about more of though, like okay, so I see what you're saying because like I think Lucas had that idea with like some holograms and he couldn't do it back in the day for whatever reason. I know Anakin shows up in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
That actor, I forgot his name,
Hayden.
but he shows up. Hayden Christensen. Yeah. Hayden shows up in the old trilogy, on the new old trilogy that is. And I think that idea because it basically ties everything all together. So that makes
Yeah,
sense to me. But then there's some people that want to see it was like the old guy, right? That actually did play Darth Vader, but like he didn't have his face all messed up or whatever. Is that what they showed in the
yeah.
original one? Like in the original? Yeah,
The
so
original, yeah.
I remember seeing that actually like when I was
Mhm.
younger. Yeah, I remember seeing that when I was younger. That actually might be on the VHS version, right? Or those master ones that you can download now.
I have the DVD.
And it's the original one on the DVD?
Yeah, it's the original one. Yeah, I
Nice.
didn't. I mean, I get why he did it. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind seeing Hayden in it because it made sense because it went with the prequels.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
because it looked like his younger self rather than at towards the end of Return of the Jedi. He took his mask off, and then we got to see his real face. And then at the
Yeah.
end of Return of the Jedi, when he was a Force ghost, then we got to see him kind of like normally. I can understand if
Yep.
I can understand if you were the actor, you were like, shit, they cut me out of the movie. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but I could see how he would be pissed. But I could see how it ties in Return of the
Right.
Jedi with the prequels. Like I get that. That makes sense to me. I'm not upset about that. I like that actually.
Yep.
But then the real hardcore fans, I can understand where they're coming from too. So I know there's a bit. I know with the fans, there's like, why would we not get the original trilogy on 4K? Why are we getting the special extra special editions on 4K with all the extra stuff and even more extra stuff that they added in the Disney Plus version? I think if it makes the movie look better, or if it ties in all three trilogies together, I'm all for it. I'm okay with it. I don't mind.